Welcome to today's Strategic Briefing Explainer. So if you're prepping for competitive exams, or honestly, if you just want to crack the code on where India stands globally right now, you are in the exact right place. We're taking 30, yes, 30 high-yield current affairs points and distilling them into one super clear masterclass. Let's dive right in. Okay, to make sure these facts actually stick in your memory, we're breaking this down into 4 main themes. We've got India on the global stage, economic and infrastructure, science, tech and environment, and national updates. Oh, and stick around because we're wrapping the whole thing up with a rapid-fire revision cheat sheet. All right, kicking things off with Section 1, India on the global stage. We're talking diplomacy and strategic partnerships. So look at how interconnected these milestones are. It's like a giant puzzle coming together. First, New Delhi hosted the really crucial Quad Foreign Ministers meeting, which totally solidified our Western alignment. Meanwhile, you've got External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar pushing the India-US partnership super hard, specifically on terror control and economics. Then, Prime Minister Modi visits Italy, and boom, 2027 is locked in as the year of culture and tourism. Looking up north, the India-Nordic Summit just cemented cooperation on green tech and 6G. And honestly, if you add in the proposed U.S. green card policy changes that are dominating the news right now, you can clearly see India cementing a massive strategic footprint worldwide. Moving right along to Section 2, Economy and Infrastructure, Growth, Trade, and Modernization. Now, obviously, a strong global presence requires a booming domestic engine, right? Well, the Reserve Bank of India just executed a record surplus transfer to the government. You guys, definitely mark this down. This isn't just some extra pocket change. It's a massive, unprecedented capital injection. It literally gives the government immediate fiscal headroom to push some really aggressive developmental projects. And speaking of massive projects, you absolutely must know about IMEC. That's the India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. This is a vital mega project built to seamlessly connect those 3 huge regions. It's basically positioned to completely revolutionize and secure global trade routes. It's a direct strategic counterbalance to other regional connectivity initiatives out there. Real game changer. And we're seeing that ambition translate directly into our infrastructure at home. Indian Railways undergoing a massive structural reform. Over on the highways, the NHAI just signed a super important MOU with Norway's NGI for advanced tunnel engineering. We're also upgrading security with the Home Ministry's Smart Border project, and defense manufacturing just got a huge boost with a brand new complex in Sherdy. And what's tying all this physical growth together? A totally booming digital economy with record-breaking UPI transactions. It's all connected. All right, pivoting to Section 3, Science, Tech, and Environment, Innovation and Climate Action. Okay, let's contrast 2 major space milestones so they stick in your head. On the deep space side, you have NASA's Dragonfly mission. They are specifically targeting Titan, that's Saturn's largest moon, to search for the basic building blocks of life. But then, conversely, in near-Earth operations, China's Shenzhou 23 mission is actively launching astronauts up to their low-Earth orbital space station. So just keep that distinction crystal clear. Deep space drone versus low-Earth crewed mission. Back down here on Earth, we're seeing this fascinating mix of finance and meteorology. Okay, Rain Mumbai. I know, it totally sounds like a social media hashtag, right? But actually, scratch that, it's India's first ever weather derivative contract, launched by NCDX. It basically lets businesses financially hedge and protect themselves against unpredictable rainfall. It's just a brilliant example of financial innovation stepping up to tackle our climate reality. And look, that climate reality is super pressing. The IMD has been issuing severe red, orange, and yellow heat wave alerts across multiple states. On a more positive conservation note, Saudi Arabia has officially joined the International Big Cat Alliance, which is a huge deal. Domestically, we've got new initiatives protecting the hoolock gibbon. That's India's only ape species, by the way. Also, you definitely need to pay close attention to the WHO's serious alert regarding an Ebola outbreak in Africa. And finally, in the tech world, New Delhi just hosted the India AI Impact Summit to really help shape global cooperation around artificial intelligence. All right, bringing it back home for Section 4, National Updates and Society. We're covering awards, culture, and key events. First up is this fantastic welfare initiative. The government just launched the JEEVAN app along with the Shatshayu dashboard. Note this down carefully, okay? This digital ecosystem is specifically designed for senior citizens. It's just a perfect example of how we're leveraging modern digital governance to provide direct, accessible social welfare to our older demographics. Let's rapid fire a few more key national facts. First, President Draupadi Murmu recently presented the prestigious Padma Awards. For your geography mapping, this is important, the recent fire incident at the Machkund hydroelectric project highlights its exact location right on the Odisha-Andhra Prabhata. Over in culture, Odisha's absolutely exquisite silver filigree art, which is known as Tarakasi, is back in the national spotlight. For sports fans, India is officially set to host the SAF Women's Championship in 2026. Oh, and for your calendars, May 25th was observed as both World Football Day and World Thyroid Day. Mark that down. Okay, deep breath. Section 5, Rapid Fire Revision. This is the ultimate cheat sheet, and I'm going to move fast, so stay right with me. Let's test those mental connections we just made. Ready? Quad meeting? New Delhi. Rain Mumbai. Weather derivative. SAF Women's Champ? India. JEEVAN app? Senior Citizens. IMEC? Economic Corridor. Dragonfly? NASA. Machkund? Odisha-Andhra border. Boom! Look at how easily you just recalled all of that.
Now, here is your absolute most crucial strategic insight from today. If you look at the trend analysis, examiners are rapidly shifting the weightage towards economy, international relations, science and tech, and environmental topics. You guys, the days of relying entirely on static history and geography, they are gone. These dynamic sectors are exactly where the big points are hiding now. Experts universally agree that recent prelims have heavily rewarded students who actually understand the broader global context. So I'm going to leave you with this. Given this constantly shifting landscape, is your study strategy truly ready for the future? Take the structured approach we used in this explainer to refine how you learn. Keep that curiosity sharp, and I will see you in the next one.